Smiley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, January 23rd. Okay, so we have the moon in her place of power in this Cancer energy all day. So we're a little bit sensitive, a little bit defensive, a little bit protective, if you will. We want to stick to what is tried, tested, and true. We want to stick to what is comfortable and familiar. However, there are going to be some aspects taking place here today that's definitely going to push us out of that comfort zone. We have a lot going on here today, especially seeing as Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, she's on the move, moving from Sagittarius energy to Capricorn energy. Go ahead, take a listen to that astro forecast that's already out there for your listening pleasure. Bust out your Aquarius season e-guide, capture the moment, capture the vibe under this particular transit. We definitely are going to get down to business, down to the nitty-gritty of what it is that has changed in our heart space, where values, priorities have changed, where it is that we now have epiphanies of what it is that we would like to be building towards in order for us to achieve happiness, joy, pleasure, safety, security, stability, and who and what is actually going to contribute to reaching those particular visions, dreams, and goals. So there are 8 different aspects taking place here today. 6 of them are going to involve the moon. The moon in this Cancer energy going to semi-square, creating a little bit of a tension point, a little bit of a conflict point with Uranus, the great awakener, who is retrograde in Taurus energy. So just a reminder here, Uranus retrograde in this Taurus energy is supposed to be highlighting for us where it is that we're overly attached to our materialistic realms, to the people in it, to our routines, to our jobs, to our securities, to our possessions, the physical realm. Uranus is the great awakener. He wants us to be a little bit more open to change. He wants us to be trying new things. The Taurus energy, a fixed earth sign, does not want to budge, wants to resist change for all of its worth. Even though we've been praying for change, there is this resistance, this hesitancy to do what needs to be done in order for the change to actually manifest. So the moon, again, very connected to the past, very connected to what is tried, tested, and true. This is creating tension with Uranus because Uranus is trying to build us up so that when he goes direct, here in a couple of days, side note, that we are more open to taking some calculated risks, that we're more open to being spontaneous, that we're more open to the changes that are coming at us, whether we like them or not. Again, it's better to roll than be dragged. So emotionally speaking, there is this jitteriness, there is this uncertainty because we know that when push comes to shove, we are going to have to make a move, but we don't want to do it. We're resisting it. We want to stick to our little comfort zones that we've created. And because of that, we're a little bit defensive within ourselves and in our conversations, our energy exchanges, when we're talking about futuristic possibilities and probabilities, because we're just trying to hold on to what once was. The moon then goes ahead and trines, beautiful interaction, with Saturn, the Lord of Karma, ruling over our roles, responsibilities, systems, structures, foundations, willpower, discipline. In this Pisces energy, we are challenging ourselves, our belief system, our dreams, our imagination. We do have to kind of strike a balance between actual factual reality, Saturn, and hopes and wishes and dreams, Pisces. And because of that, we do have to kind of flip the script, our inner narrative, if you will, our inner confidence, in order to start building towards this new vision, this goal, this dream. Now, the moon and Saturn coming together, this is a trine. This means that these energies are working well together, mostly because it's water on water action. And when we have water on water action, not only is it cleansing, not only is it refreshing, not only is it renewing, but it is also showing us where growth needs to happen. And the growth that needs to happen is starting in our inner realms with what we believe we can actually achieve and what we believe is actually true. Now, 3:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to see Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, shift into that Capricorn energy, definitely taking a much more grounded, much more anchored, logical, practical approach to our emotions, to our heart space. This is when the heart activations are definitely going to be popping. If you haven't listened to this week's Ascension forecast, I'm going to recommend you do that so that you understand the physical discomfort or ailments or symptoms that pop off when these energies shift. The moon is then going to sextile, beautiful interaction with Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings in Taurus energy, taking a very low, slow approach to growth, to change, to transformation. Essentially, if you take a good look back till essentially May of 2023, that's when Jupiter first moved into this Taurus energy, it may not feel like we're making progress. It may not feel like we're kind of creating new opportunities for growth, for change, for transformation, for abundance. But over the course of time, when looking back, a lot has happened. A lot of building blocks have happened. A lot of identity shifts have happened. There has been a lot of change, a lot of transformation. It's just happening at such a slow snail's pace that in the moment, it feels like we're not going anywhere. It's like we're not moving forward. We're not even going back. It just feels like we're at a standstill. Now, the moon sextiling with Jupiter, this is a good interaction. This is a harmonious action. And what this is doing is kind of building up our self-confidence, our self-esteem, it's just kind of reassuring to us that guess what? We do have some positive things that we're looking forward to. We do have some options and opportunities that we're still kind of exploring. And this is kind of putting us in the right mood, in the right attitude to really boost our self-confidence, our self-esteem, to make sure that we are going to be prepared to kind of roll with the punches when the punches start coming at us, trying to get us out of our comfort zone. Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money. She's fresh in this Capricorn energy, 0 degree, beginning, starting point. Venus is going to be interacting in a very positive way with Pluto, the great transformer himself, who just left this Capricorn energy just a couple of days ago. So Pluto tends to kind of intensify our inner realm of thoughts, of feelings, of ideas. He kind of gives us a little bit of a tunnel vision in order for us to move within ourselves, especially in our unconscious realm, to unearth some aha moments, a new level of awareness, especially where the heart chakra is concerned. So here's the thing, Pluto is the great transformer himself, and we transform, we change by damage, destruction, discomfort. That's the only way that humans tend to kind of push the boundaries of their comfort zone, is when their back's against a wall. Pluto, now in this Aquarius energy, is attempting to free us, liberate us from some of the blockages, some of the challenges, some of the heaviness, some of the weight that we definitely became very aware of over this last month, but technically the last 15 years that Pluto has been in this Capricorn energy. But we're only going to take a look at this last month-ish in order to put this into context, into frame. So here we have Venus now setting up in this very karmic, very heavy, very weighted, very serious, very somber energy of Capricorn. Pluto already knows the challenges, the obstacles that we are kind of facing in our heart space, and he, now in this Aquarius energy, acting as the observer, is attempting to kind of bust us out of those particular confines, that particular restriction in the heart space, and show us where it is that we can improve, where we can progress. So although this is the very beginning of Venus's transit in this Capricorn energy, we are having some profound aha moments within our heart space, within our head space, realizing what 100% needs to change, where it is that we have to build something better, something stronger, especially in our relationship dynamics, especially in our money matters, in order for us to feel safe and secure, not only emotionally, but financially as well. So this is definitely going to be a positive aha moment that is definitely going to change the game and have us kind of tunnel visioned on what it is that we have to collapse, destroy, just shut the door on in order for us to be freed up to actually pursue these new priorities, these new values, this new goal, this new vision, this new dream. The moon in Cancer energy, going to sit across from, directly oppose Mercury. Now, heads up, 5 hours later, we're going to directly oppose Mars. Mercury and Mars are both in Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy sits across from Cancer energy. Cancer energy, Capricorn energy is the axis of safety and security. Cancer wants this safety and security, this stability in our emotional realm, in our private lives, in our home, in our family dynamics. The Capricorn energy wants safety, security, stability in our public lives, in our career lives, in our financial lives. So this opposition definitely isn't going to feel good. An opposition never does feel good because it puts us at a tension point, a conflict point to see what needs to change, what's got to give. And so this is kind of highlighting for us where there's a disconnect between our heart and our head, between our heart and our head and our actions, and our heart and our head and our actions versus our passions, our dreams, our desires. This is going to put us in a situation where we're probably having an inner conflict within ourselves. Maybe that is going to manifest, be projected outwardly, having minor disagreements with other people, misunderstandings with other people. Let me just say this. The sensitivity level, we're all hypersensitive. We're all super defensive. We're all semi-protective in this Cancer energy. The probability of us getting butt hurt or providing that particular trigger and activation for someone else, very high. We have to watch our words. We have to watch our tone. We have to understand that triggering and activating is super sensitive right now. But we also have to understand that it's super important for us to take a good look at where we feel defensive, where we're feeling overly protective, where we're feeling a little bit sore, a little bit sensitive, a little bit butthurt, because that is going to expose a particular wound that still needs to be healed. That is showing us where it is that we're not feeling so safe and secure within ourselves. And the battle royale that's taking place here is kind of showing us where it is that we have to kind of stop this push to get things done, to reach the next level, to reach the next goal. Just have a moment to pause, to kind of breathe, to ground and center ourselves once again. It is an illumination on where it is that we have to stop doing so much in the external realm, start doing a little bit more in the internal realm so that we're not getting triggered and activated and butthurt from all of the triggers and activations going on in the outside world. So it's definitely going to be a little bit intense. I'm going to say from about 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's going to be a lot of sensitivities, a lot of triggers, a lot of activations. So definitely pay attention for that. Now, the last thing that we have going on here today is the moon in this Cancer energy, getting into the boxing ring, squaring off, creating tension, creating conflict with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer in Aries energy. This is the identity shift. This is the rebranding we've been going through. This is the quote unquote identity crisis that preceded the identity shifting into this new version of self. But this is a square, so this means that we're triggered, we're activated, and instead of looking at where it is that we're bossing ourselves up, that we're taking a new level of power, of control, of authority in our lives, where it is that we're letting things get to us, where it is that we're actually sitting in the wounds, in the funk, where we're picking ourselves apart, beating ourselves down, where it is that we're essentially hindering our growth, our progress, and being able to not only boss up, but to heal the particular wounds that should be very clear, very apparent after these particular tougher transits.